Still not
I'll
bad.
take it. No, I'll take it.
Merry Christmas. The happiest day of the year. I think we finished Christmas Day, Darren, with one of the best presents we could have ever asked for. And that's a commanding, dominating win today for our conference and our football program. It's nice to call ourselves the TaxAct Camellia Bowl champions. That's something you'll never get tired of hearing. Our football program has just been around just 12 short years. And, I think I mentioned earlier that a lot of teams take these things for granted, these bowl games. And it's awesome. We had a tremendous week in Montgomery. We had fun. I told our team we were going to work. We weren't going to overwork. We were going to enjoy ourselves. We were going to make this a rewarding experience. And if you watched our team out there play, they played exactly like that. Like it was like the game was supposed to be played. It was so much fun. And then, of course, you play to win. And I'm so very proud of everyone in general, 3 phases, our staff, our administration, just how we go about things. If you probably watch us in the office or watch us at practice, I think my first bowl game, I called us a bunch of misfits. That's kind of how I think we are. We just go out and have fun and play the game like we were playing in the backyard sometimes. And I think if you go do that and you enjoy the things like you once did in the backyard, then you'll have a lot of doggone enjoyment. And we did that today with a win.
Questions from the room or anybody on Zoom?
Coach, can you talk about the importance of getting that 8th win at the program high?
You set another standard. You took another step in the direction that we want to take our football program. We've never won 8 games. Never won 8 games. We've never won back-to-back bowl games. It's an awesome step. Anytime I say this a lot, and I'll never get tired of saying it. Anytime you do something for the first time, do you know what that's like? Do you know what that feels like? I mean, every single player and coach in that locker room just did something for the first time. No one ever before has experienced what we just experienced. Consecutive bowl wins, winning the 8th game, finishing the season, winning 7 of 8. It's remarkable.
Stan, you want to go ahead?
Coach, you took more red zone field goals than you typically do. What went into this?
Well, I mean, we were trying to. They had condensed their front inside, and we were kind of just running our heads into a wall, and our short yardages situations weren't panning out. We should have been on the perimeter, and for whatever reason, in the first half, we just kept trying to do it, and we were a little stubborn, a little hard-headed. That's on my shoulders. Sometimes I think we can go get a yard on anybody, the Giants, New York Giants, the 49ers, whoever it may be. So we decided to kick the field goals. I did come in the second half and I said, we're not going to win this game kicking field goals. And I will always say that. And we didn't have to. Darren's legs took over right there. And we started getting that ball in the end zone. Those points started coming. Our defense, 2 scores. I can't say enough about them and what they've accomplished this year. I think they set the sack record in most of school history, tackles for loss. Yeah. And then I don't know if you know, but Noel, our place kicker, was born on Christmas Day. So there in the 4th quarter, I said, we're going to call this timeout. I'm going to give you that. I think it was a 45-yard field goal. He went to walk out on the field. I said, "Merry Christmas, buddy. Happy birthday." I said, "Go kick this field goal." And, that's exactly what he did.
Georgia State, do you have any questions, Mike, from your group?
Yeah, Stan, if you want to go ahead.
Shawn, is this the best you guys have played in all phases of the game this year? Because you're pretty overpowering everywhere.
Best they played all year.
Yeah, I think so. I think, when you look at everything that we did offensively, defensively, our special teams were on point. There was no blunders. We didn't have a turnover, did we? We didn't have a turnover. I think defensively, how many turnovers do we have? 2 turnovers. And then we had a stop on downs. Our special teams were on point. Every field goal was made. Kickoffs were tackled inside the 25. Punts were right on point. Yeah. And there's something to be said when you play your best the last game of the year. And we have built every step of the way. Since we started making this run, we've gotten better and better and better. And today we capped it off on Christmas Day with the best performance Georgia State football has had this year.
Hey, I'll go. It's Marcel, future Sports Inquirer. Just Coach.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Coach, here in Georgia. What about Darren Grainger, his performance? He made that change in the middle of the season at the starting quarterback spot, and he had his dominant performance today as well. What about him and just his development and him culminating this season with a big performance?
Darren, you talk so much about quarterbacks, and a lot of times it's about arm talent or leg talent. But the number one thing I want you to know about Darren, and he is such a humble individual, a coachable young man. When you have the quarterback position that can be coached so easily, and he allows us to do that. I love him because he's got a big smile on his face. Very seldom does he ever have a down moment. During the course of the game, I'll yell at him and stuff, and he'll throw that big smile up. And I'm like, dog, I love that about him. There in the first half, he made a couple, I call them dreaded sinkers. He was throwing some sinkers. I said, your two legs are better than your two arms up there. Let's keep it on the ground and run those footballs. Let's run it. And he just smiled. And then he threw a little corner out on a little naked bootleg, and he makes an awesome throw, and he's smiling off to the side, looking at me. When you get a chance to encounter someone like him, it makes coaching so much fun. I enjoy it. I mean, I can coach forever when I have young men like him to coach.
Jeremy, go ahead.
First of all, congratulations, Coach, on the win.
Thank you.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Probably one of the best presents you could get outside of a family gift, we know. For the prospective recruits and for people that had not seen this program and what it could do today, what kind of message do you think you just sent to the nation about what Georgia State is now and where they're going from here on out?
Listen, the entire country and a lot of other people had a chance to witness Georgia State football. And they witnessed it on the most special day of the year. And they sat there and, I can almost envision what was happening. They were probably halfway engaged at first. And then as that afternoon grew and they all gathered and they all watched, and they were like, this is a damn good football team. Look at this. Look at the performance. Look at their defense. Look at the smiles. Look at the energy. Look at their sidelines. I mean, we were having the best time of our life for 4 quarters today. For 4 quarters. And it showed. So that's what it shows. It shows who we are as people, who we are as a program, and the name's Georgia State football.
Well, a real quick follow-up. You mentioned all the work that Noel has put in this year, but we got to give the shout-outs as well to Michael Hayes and Seth Glauser, the best special teams trio, not only in the Sun Belt, probably college, right?
Yeah. I laugh and I give him a lot of grief because, God, we about break Hayes' leg in practice every single day because he gets all his punts blocked. But they do a marvelous job. Those 3 have been steady all year. Sound. I don't have to really worry about them. They don't. They're such a strong-minded group, and not to be overlooked by the offense or defense, but they're the 3 most important people we have on our special teams. That snap, that punt, that place kick, it's amazing. And then the holds. McKaylee gets in there and holds on extra points, and that group's just a great group.
Oh yeah, I can't forget McKaylee. He'll give me crap for that. But congratulations again. Thanks for letting us be a part of this journey and this great adventure this year, and we look forward to the next year.
It's been an amazing year. I can't believe it's Christmas Day, and here we are sitting talking Georgia State football, and the whole country got to see us play. Merry Christmas.
Any other questions back here?
Yeah, obviously, the news came out.
How big was that scoop and score to change the momentum and get it on your side early?
Yeah, when that happened, it changed the whole outlook of the game. We got the lead and then went up by 2 scores. And it gives you a little bit of that comfort feeling when you can do that and go up. And the energy just changed that defense. We use that term eat, and our defense always says that eat. And when that happened, we just kind of turned into a feeding frenzy, and it never stopped.
Well, you said Muhammad likes to eat a lot. So he was eating on that one too. Set that whole thing up.
Sure was. It was amazing because I think he had placed the ball down, when the ball came out. As soon as he did that, I remember a Tennessee game one time where the quarterback went back right there and actually put the ball on the ground. They called it down. I don't know. It's just going through my head. And I looked for a whistle or something. I was like, if they blew that thing dead, then I'm fixed up. It's going to be a bad Christmas for somebody. That's all I know. I think we got a question here in the back. I can't hear you.
Coach Glenn, last game here for the state. What's he meant to the program, and what did it mean to send him out with the
Coach Glenn's been he and I had a chance to work together at Appalachian State and made a tremendous run there. And we had the opportunity to bring him here to Georgia State. And it was one of those things when you work with individuals and then you come back together after a certain amount of time. We've been away from one another. I think it had been almost 10 years we've been apart. It was like a match made in heaven. We still knew exactly what we called things that happened. But what a huge asset he's been to our offense. Records and points, just production, coaching the quarterback, keeping things simple. We're not a very complex offense, all because of him. I love his demeanor. He never gets upset, just even steady. And we're losing a good man. We're losing a great family and a hell of a coach.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thank y'all very much. Y'all have a Merry Christmas. I appreciate everybody. Let's go.
Merry Christmas, Coach.